everybody. It's Mel, and so I had kind of a weird day today, so I thought I'd do a video. And well, the day was like kind of started off weird because I just kind of woke up, daylight savings time. I don't know, but it just kind of progressed from there. Went to work like normal. I was at work, and I am an attorney, so unfortunately, I have to wear suits sometimes, but I don't normally wear suits. And my boss is sending me off to another city for a hearing, which means I have to wear a suit. And I had a lot of dysphoria kick in. Dysphoria kind of is more, I'm only on 4 months on T as of this last Friday, and I can see some changes physically. The issue is that I won't be able to afford top surgery for a while, so I have trouble finding blazers or jackets that fit me or that don't need to be tailored. And I'm not so much I don't know, I don't really interact with too many people outside of my circle, so having to go to a tailor is going to be a new experience. I know I just need to do it because that usually is how it works. Fortunately, I have a very short time frame before the hearing on Monday, so I'm going to have to, again, I have dogs in the back, so if you're snoring or snorting or whatever, I'm sorry. I have pugs. They're kind of small nose stouted, so gotta deal with that. So I have to deal with it all the time. And some people think I'm the one snoring or grunting or anything on the phone, so that's always interesting. But back to the jacket and pants situation. So not only do I have what you call a large chest, even when I bind, it's just kind of like seems like a sports bra in a lot of ways, just a very tight sports bra. And I haven't found the perfect way to flatten any more than I can right now. And so the other problem I have is I have what I like to call softball thighs. I don't know if that's offensive to softball players, but I used to play softball when I was younger, but that doesn't excuse it. But it's kind of what I call it because they're very large thighs. They're not necessarily muscular, they're just wide. So it makes it hard to find pants that fit. That's usually where my dysphoria kicks in, is that I need material that stretches. Most material doesn't stretch, especially when I try men's pants. So I'm going to have to find a pair of women's pants for short term. So it's the debate between finding a men's suit versus a women's suit. And I usually wore women's suits. They didn't flatter me very well, and I didn't like them. I also had to wear flats because I don't wear heels. And I kind of got moody around my boss because she suggested that maybe wear a skirt. And I've worn a skirt suit only once and never again. And I don't know, I just don't really want to buy a women's suit, but I don't know if I have a choice right now. I'd love to buy a really nice men's suit, get it tailored, get some fancy shoes, look dapper, but I don't have the funds right now. So that's the other thing that's kind of disconcerting, is that I need to spend more money to buy this suit. Another thing I should mention is that I'm not out to my boss. Most of the attorneys that I work with are aware that I'm transitioning. Where I work is not exactly the place to announce, I guess you'd say. It's kind of, I work for the state, so let's just leave it at that. And, I am transitioning. I do have a more masculine appearance, but I don't know if it's any reason to tell my boss just yet. I know I had a lot of discussions with various people in my life that say yes, say no, and then I don't know what my dogs are doing right now, but it's just one of those, I haven't decided yet. With session going on, it makes it harder, so I'm just kind of waiting to see. And I don't know if I ever will at work. I may just, I don't know. Maybe when I hit top surgery time, whenever that is, and I need to. It's one of those weighing, come out, possibly lose my job, stay, I guess hidden in a sense, and keep my job, which is pretty stable right now. and I need the income because I just got my own place, and just so I can start transitioning. And I'm not. I know I'm 32, but I'm kind of from a weird upbringing, which I can talk again about in another video. But I grew up Catholic, so it makes it kind of in my mind. I was told repeatedly about sins and all that, but I'm not going to get into that for this one. But that's kind of in the back of my mind. So then I haven't told my mom or her side of the family about my transitioning or that I'm trans. If she's watching right now, hi mom. But she is a YouTube fanatic. She likes to wander around YouTube sometimes, so maybe that's how I'm trying to out myself. But I don't know. I still haven't figured that one out. She's very close to me, so I don't know if other people struggle with that. I kind of want to tell her pretty much every day, but I kind of hold back. But back to the suit thing. So the fact that I'm not out, it makes it hard for me to be like, well, I need to go buy a nice men's suit and blah blah blah. So it's easy for my boss to say, sorry, there's a dog underneath me, to buy a skirt suit, since it's simple. But I won't feel comfortable. And so yeah, so I was just trying to get this on video and talk about it. I don't know if other people have the same type of dysphoria, like whether y'all are out at work or not, but it kind of made me moody. And I actually listened to Nine Inch Nails only, which kind of fit the moment. So that's my therapy. I usually listen to some music. You can tell my mood by my music. But I have supportive friends who I work with, and so that helped, get me through the day. But I just wanted to make this video. Sorry, it's not as funny as I'm usually. It's just one of those days, and I'll try to follow up soon with a more lighter video, I guess you'd say. I'm gonna label these differently. I think Awkward Chronicles will be my everyday, just craziness, and these will be more my FTM, whether dysphoria questions or just talking about my transition in general. I think I'm gonna separate it that way. But I guess if you want to discuss, this type of stuff more, you can leave me a comment, and I'll try to talk about it. Again, I'm early on in my transition, so you're gonna be seeing me throughout, probably with a lot of dysphoria. And sorry if that makes anybody uncomfortable, but just one of those that I've finally learned to talk about things. Finally went to start seeing a counselor, so that's helped a lot. So I'm trying to continue that. And yeah, so, and you'll always get to hear my dogs because they're loud, and they follow me around everywhere. They're the cutest things. So anyways, I'll put my info for my FTM Instagram. I separate the two from my art. But yeah, so if you're interested in just seeing my day-to-day stuff, can do that as well. But thanks for watching, and until next time. Peace.